Hello sim racers and welcome to Friday live stream. Tonight we are going to do a little bit of tutorial or something like that. We will try to learn how to fight because by now I believe you have all seen the video of how to race and possibly you've learned something, you improve your racecraft, you understand how to do it. And if you haven't, let me also link you the video right now on the chat so you can have a look. But racing is one thing. At some point when you're racing, you also want to fight. You want to duel with your adversaries, with your opponents, and you want to try to overtake, or you are being overtaken. And this is the exact moment where the accidents happen. I mean, we can do a lot of things to avoid accidents before fighting. But once you are engaged into a fight, then this is when we have problems. So, welcome tonight to our live stream, and let's see what we will be able to do about this. Well, first of all, how are you doing, guys, in the chat? Already too many people joining. Very, very glad to see you all. Thank you so much all for your support. Sorry that we're not going to do a community race tonight, but we will have more occasions to do another maybe one night series or something like that. So I hope you're all doing great. And you're about to start a fantastic weekend. We have MotoGP, we have Formula One, we have everything this weekend, so it's going to be really fun. All right, so let's start, right? Let's start and see how we can fight. Well, first of all, I would like to start with the problems of fighting. Why do we really have problems in a racing fight, in a racing duel between us and our opponents? So problems, right? Well, we have mainly, at least for me, I've tried to separate the problems in just three categories. Okay, so just three categories to make things easier to understand and to focus on just three main things instead of, because of course we're going to have a lot of problems while fighting, but let's focus on just three of those things. So number one, netcode. So netcode is our number one problem. What do I mean about that? Well, netcode is a problem that we cannot work around. We have technical limitations. We have programming limitations, we have choices in programming, okay? And whatever we do, we are not in reality, we are into a simulated environment, and netcode has some latency. It will always have latency, all right? So let me show you an example of what I mean. So let's go back for a moment, and let's go into our game. And I've picked one of our races in our community with the BMW's M2, which was quite fun. And we did a race, and it was very, very nice race. And many things happened. Of course, Monza, BMW M2, I mean, best possible scenario of having as many fights as possible. So we're gonna look around many fights that happened and situations and see what happens. So let's go back again. We were talking about problems, and number one problem is netcode. So what happened here? Let's go to at the end of the lap 3, I think, somewhere around now, lap 4, 12:24. So this is something that happened in the race. I'm this guy here, the BMW number 42, and this other guy, BMW number 2, we had an amazing fight and race. It was going fantastic, and then disaster struck. And we already commented about the accident. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, it's all for fun, etc. But it is one of the clear indications of what netcode can do to your race and to your fight. So right now we are exiting 4 cars out of the Parabolica. We are all extremely close. I am streaming, okay? And he might have less than better ping. And let me explain you once more that ping is the time needed from his information to go to the server, to get to me, and back, okay? Because the server needs to get a real-time indication of what its driver is doing so that you can calculate the distances and keep all those cars into a virtual place in their correct distances, correct speeds, correct placement, correct acceleration, all right? So to do all that, in any case, there's always going to be some latency. Latency means we need some time to send those packets of information from my computer to the server, to the other guy computer, and back and forth, back and forth. This latency nowadays is extremely low. I mean, it's amazing that we managed to do, like, you know, best connections have like 10 milliseconds latency or 50 milliseconds latency. You can play wonderfully up to 200 milliseconds latency. And it's amazing. I mean, not even your, I don't know, your normal TV, not the monitor, the gaming monitor, but your normal TV has probably more latency to draw the pixels on the screen than what it needs a good server on the internet, okay, going from one place in Europe to another place in Europe or around the world and back. It has less latency. It's amazing, but there is always going to be some latency. So what is happening here? Now, watch this car, how it moves ahead and back and forth, like if he's not, you know, maintaining a correct speed. So let's have a look. Look at him. Also, his placement is left and right and back and forth, and he hits me. Right now, this is unfortunate. We've talked about this. We are not here to analyze why this happened, at fault, and so on. But we're here to show you that the problem of the network is always present. So look at that. Look at how it's going forward, okay, and then backwards, and then forward again. Let's have a look again, once more. Look at him. So there is no possibility that a BMW is going to move forward so fast in acceleration while we are all accelerating at flat out practically with our accelerator. I mean, it's a straight. There is nothing to do. You just put your foot down. It's an automatic gearbox, so you just, you know, pull the gears. You don't have to do a manual gear shift with a stick or something and clutch and something like that. So you just, everybody is doing the same thing at the same time. All right. So as you said, Marble says in the chat, it looks like an intentional crash, but it's not. The guy took a risk because he wanted to be very close to me. He wanted to get all the slipstream, whatever. It's okay. We've talked about that during the race. No big deal. But the whole movement is part of the problem, the netcode problem. Okay. And here it's very clear. You can see he's going ahead, and then he's going backwards, and then he moves left and right. That's network. Okay. So sometimes you're going to have the perfect network, sometimes not. You cannot trust it 100% all the time. It's just like this. This is a problem that we cannot work around. If you see that the other guy is warping, or yourself, you don't have a perfect ping, you need to take into account the network problem. And the network problem also makes accidents harder than what they feel. Why is that? Because you might argue that, I just bump you and you just spun around and completely lost control, but in reality I just touched you and I didn't had any intention to to make you spun. Yes, you are correct, but the network again can create such problems, because if you have some latency, you think that you just touched the other car, all right? But in reality, because of the small latency, especially if you're going at high speeds, your car is already inside the other car, which means that at some point, the physics engine for the collisions understands that, oh my God, this car behind is already hitting me by, I don't know, 10 centimeters, bump into my car, so the hit has to be significant. And so it just slaps you around and makes a big deal of a very small bump. There are possibilities to work around this problem for the developers. You can create some predictability, some prediction code on what is happening, but that can also create other problems. So it's either this kind of problems that the hit is bigger than what you think, or you have other kind of problems that the predictability might think that, okay, the other car is going to hit you, it doesn't hit you, you don't see it, but the prediction system says, no, you got the hit, so you're going to spun. Other simulators, for example, have this problem. So the two cars do not touch, but you feel the bump and you spun without touching, which is also a big problem when judges have to deal with this thing. And it's not bad netcode. It's a different solution to the same problem. And the problem is the latency of the netcode. All right? So it depends what you want to do. So problem number one, again, netcode. Okay, it's very clear to us. Problem number one, netcode. Problem number two. Problem number two is, let me find it, sorry about that. Problem number two is opponent's experience. Opponent's experience. You already saw here. So this guy probably has a lot of experience or has less of experience. It doesn't matter. You never know the experience of your opponent. I've seen many people online during fights doing things that they've seen on real races on YouTube or TV. All right. You cannot do that stuff. Maybe the aliens, that continuously every day doing races at very high level, maybe they can do that stuff, but we have already seen that they can also cause disasters in official races. All right? But in all honesty, guys, we are at best amateur racers. Okay, we cannot do things that other, professional racers that they are racing since 6 years old on go-karts are doing. We don't have the expertise, we don't have the experience, we don't have the practice time. We don't do this for a living, and most importantly, we do this to have fun while they're doing this for real money, right? And real careers. So you cannot really move around the straights or, cut and close the door instantly to your opponent if you don't know him. So opponent's experience is problem number two, all right? And I'm not gonna show you examples, but you all know and you all talk about it in forums and groups and Discord servers and everywhere. Either the guy in front of me just cut me and I couldn't avoid him, or the guy behind me just rammed into him because all I did was, defending my line. So it happens, all right? And let's go to the problem number three. So problem number three is field of view. Okay. Now what I mean with that, don't see that and just go instantly and start modifying your FOV or your, this is more important. By field of view, I mean something different, and this is it. So normally, right, in real life, you should be able to see this. It just takes a movement or of your eyes, to look to your side or to the other side, or you can instantly move a little bit your head and turn it around, and you have minimum 180 degrees of field of view. All right, minimum 100 degrees of field of view. Now, in racing, in sim racing, all right, unfortunately, you don't have this. In sim racing, all you have is this. All right, all you have is this. And while it is true, hear me out, while it is true that you can have 3 monitors, or you can have VR and move around your head and see more stuff, that, first of all, doesn't mean that also your opponent has the same field of view. Also, what you are looking at, it's still a 3-dimensional representation, right, wrapped into a bidimensional panel. Okay, you don't have the actual depth of 3D. And even for the guys that have VR, right, that they could see 3 dimensions, okay, they still don't have the physical forces, which are very important, because when you are accelerating in a turn and you move your head, you're still feeling that your car is turning to a direction. On sim racing, you're still stopped into your seat. And even at the best possible scenario, if you're used and you like and you are very good with VR, right, when you're moving your head to look into this, all right, when you look into that place, you don't feel the acceleration. So this is a problem. And it's not just the field of view, it's field of sensors. You cannot hear the same things that a real racer hears into a real car. Okay. You do not feel the same forces. Whenever you look, whatever you look, this is your focus instantly on a sim racing. Okay. And this is much more important than you might think. And we will talk about that in a minute when we will start talking about the solutions. So, let's go back again to our problems. There are just 3 problems. There are much more, but let's just focus on 3 problems, all right? So, netcode, opponent's experience and yours, and field of view, or if you wish better, field of your sensors. Right, it is very important. So those are the main 3 problems. Those are the problems which I deal with, and I try to make a category from that. And all right, so what do we do? Okay, so this is the problems for fighting. Well, we should learn, instead of fighting, we should learn to dance, because it takes 2 people to dance. Okay. It takes 2 to dance always. And so let's see at the solutions of how we can fight, or better, dance, to have more fun and to have good fights, good duels with our opponents. Okay, so let's go again with the first solution. So as I said, it takes 2 to dance. And to proper dance, you have to give space always. Always. Just don't think about, I will defend, I will cut, you have to always give space, because netcode because opponent experience, because field of view. Okay, all the time, always, you have to leave some space when you are fighting or when you're dancing. I'm not talking about when you are in front of the other guy so you can cut and close the door. That's a different thing. This is how to race, okay? But when you are already side by side and you want to fight, okay, you need to give space. Always. Again, I remind you, we are the normal people. Let the aliens do their stuff. Let the professional sim racers do their stuff. They will also take their responsibilities. But if you want to have fun, because in the end, 90% of the people racing on the simulators every night, they just want to have fun and, you know, do 1 hour of racing, get some satisfaction out of it, and get back, you know, and go to sleep with a smile in the face. If you are not doing that, okay, you're gonna be frustrated and you're gonna get angry. And anger gives space to, you know, hard racing and fighting and all that stuff. And then next day you go into the social media and you see all people complaining that, oh, everybody's racing like crazy, they don't know how to stay on the road. It's part of all of us. Okay, so give space always. Even if you don't have to, try giving space, because if you do so, we'll see in a minute what is going to happen. All right? So, let me show you a couple of examples about that. All right? So let's go back and show you some examples. All right, where are we? Is it okay until now, guys? All good. Let me get some water until you give me some questions or whatever. Well, you know, David, you're absolutely right. Max and Lewis, Monza T1, they are professionals. Actually, they are the top professionals in the world, right? They are the number one, okay? So, and they are fighting for the number one place in the world, so they can do the stuff, okay? We have to do a reality check. We are not them. That's the thing. All right. Okay, so let's have a look, and let's see what I mean by give space always. All right. So here we are at the start of the race. We are going a bunch of BMW SM2. Going with cold tires, cold brakes, everything at T1. So let's have a look at what is going to happen. No, that's actually 2 liters twin turbo. No, actually, sorry, 6 liters twin turbo for breathing. You know. So let's see what we're doing here. So actually, let's go from above. Look at what is happening right now. Okay, so we're going a little bit slow. Okay, now I have the line here, right? I could just accelerate, go wide, you know, the usual line. Look at what I do. I am the orange, blue, and white car, number 42, here. All right. I hope you can see it. Let me change it like this so you can see it better. So what I mean by give space always. Now, instead of accelerating like this guy did, aside me, I just, kept a little bit off my foot of the accelerator and waited, and I am into the right half space of the road. So I'm not going to go into the apex, even though I could do that. All right? So I'm not doing that. He did that, and now he has issues because he's too fast for the guys in front of him, and possibly he would go against me. Now again, I'm not going here, I'm gonna go outside, you see? And giving space. Let's go to a better example of this. So let's go to lap 4, I think. 255, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. Look at this. So the guy behind me gets a slipstream. I'm actually very slow here. He's braking very late. Now look at that. Now both of us are doing exactly that. They are giving space. Okay, we are always giving space. So we go in, and what I'm trying to do is not go to the other side. Okay, and he's also doing the same thing. Look at this. I'm staying on the right. He's also trying to not go completely to the right, to stay at least at half the width of the road. So he's taking his own half of the road, and I'm taking my own half of the road, and I'm trying to stay on my side. Now this is giving space. Now you're gonna say, but you could go faster there and overtake and so on. Yes, but you know what? During this fight, we were both like this. That was amazing. You can go and check the live stream of that. Both we were happy like that. Okay? And at the end of the race, we were satisfied and happy because both of us gave space. Okay. Now, I've lost here. Who cares? He lost the place. Who cares? We are fighting right now for what? Position number 9 and 10, which is fantastic, which is great. Okay, yeah, but most of the time, most of us, we are not fighting for winning. Okay, so fight to have fun instead of fighting for the place always. Yes, competitiveness, we are all doing that because we are competitive people, but you have to change a little bit of mentality as well if you want to have fun. All right. Or if you don't want to have fun but you're just competitive, you still have to change a little bit of your mentality if you want to learn and gain experience. If you want to get better, you need to have successful fights instead of just crashing to each other. You won't gain experience if you keep on crashing. Okay? Correct? So let's have another one. So let's go to where are we? Let's go to Lesmo 1. Yeah, should be lap 4. Still here. Okay, 30 somewhere around here. Yeah, look at this. So all right, we exit Variante 2. We have some issues in the exit, and this guy attacks me. All right. We will discuss radar in a minute. So he attacks, and I'm taking the braking as late as I can to defend myself, all right? And what do? We stay on our own side, each one of us. I could close here. It would have been a disaster, or if I would have been lucky, he would have, braked harder, and maybe I could have done it. Stay on your side. Look at this. Even when you stay on your side and you give space, this is very important here. He made an error. He went way too far to the curb. All right. Now, because I didn't closed a lot, but I let him some space, you can see here he goes over the curb. Car jumps around. Obviously, by jumping there, he starts sliding towards the outside. Okay? But he still has some space to do so. So he can recover from his error. Okay? And we are not touching yet. Yeah, you need some luck. Sometimes you're gonna have the accident no matter what. Doesn't matter. If you leave the space, all right, you have more probabilities to not have the accident and have a good time together and a good fight. Okay, so look at this. I even managed to maintain my position. All right? So, solution number one. Give space always. Always. Doesn't matter if you're gonna lose the position. We will talk about that in a minute. Doesn't matter if the other guy makes a mistake. If each one of us starts giving space always, then at some point you're gonna find someone in the race that does the same thing. And you're gonna have the best of the duels ever. You're gonna be so happy about it. Right? So give space always. Start doing it yourself and convince your friends, maybe make them, watch this video, remind them to subscribe and like if you want, but that's irrelevant. But if we all start doing that, slowly, you're gonna have better races. That's how it works. You start with yourself, getting better, and giving people the opportunity to correct the error if they've done something, and then, races gets better. So number one, give space always. Right? Let's go to number two. Number two, eyes on the road. Now this is one of the most important solutions. Now you're gonna think eyes on the road. What do you mean? Well, in my situation, it's a little bit of a problem, usually. Eyes on the road. The car always goes where you're looking at. The car goes where you are looking at. If you're looking at the mirror, at the virtual mirror, at your opponent on the sides, the car will go towards that direction. Okay? Now this is extremely important. I've seen so many people being absolutely convinced that they have left space. Okay? And instead they haven't. Why? Because while they were fighting, they were watching and looking at their opponent or at the mirror or at the virtual mirror or at the radar or whatever. This thing might not be the best possible advice, okay, but it was very good for me, and I believe that at our level of driving, possibly it will work very well for you as well. Let me demonstrate you what I mean by this. So let's go back. All right. Let's go back, but this time let's go from the inside of the car. Okay. Now many people are asking to me, why don't you use the virtual mirror? That's a personal choice. I'm more used to the radar, but there is a very important reason why I don't need it. Not why I don't use it. Maybe I should. Doesn't matter. But why I don't need it when I'm in the fight already. Okay. So look at that. Oops, sorry. So we are like this, right? Normally, we're like this, and possibly a little bit farther ahead. And the guy now is attacking me here. Now, I've seen so many people, you know, moving the camera, rotating to the right to see, or the VR users are looking at the car, or you're looking at the mirror, and so on and so on. Or they have triple screens so they can watch. It's okay to have a glance. So you just, you know, you see it's there. Fantastic. Now that you've seen that it is there, or the radar tells you that you have a car on your side, okay, here's the thing. If you keep on driving like that, you know what the car is going to do? Well, I'll tell you. Also, let me just move this here. Yes, sorry about that. So the car is going to go this way. If you do this all the time, okay, if you do this, or even if your eyes, even if only your eyes are, you know, are watching here what is going on, the car is going to move this way. Okay? So what I do normally, actually almost always, and that's why I don't need the mirror in the end, okay, is that I will see on the radar that a guy is aside me. At the moment I know that I have a guy, or either, you know, coming to overtake me, or he's just into my side, whatever, it doesn't matter. At that point, my brain switches into dual mode. For me, I pretend that the guy is always on my side, no matter what. The moment I'm going into the turn, for me, the guy is on my side, and I will never watch him again what he's doing. The only thing that I'm going to watch, and be very careful, is that I want to stay here at the outside in this position. So I'm trying to stay very focused, okay, to look exactly where I want to go, and only where I want to go. Look at this. Look at what I'm doing with my steering wheel. You see? I'm trying to stay here. I don't want to go over there. See, I'm trying to control the car and stay on the middle of the road, on the outside part of the road. Okay? Let's have a look at a similar situation. Okay? And let's go into lap 8, I think. It was 21 point. Here we are. Look at this. Look at this. So, for me, this guy, I'm attacking this time. I'm attacking. And since I have already decided to attack, okay, my brain is already switched, which means that I have to stay and watch where I want to go and look at where I want to go, not look at the guy. I'm not looking at him anymore. Look at that. Okay? So this guy might have let me go. I don't know. I don't care. My job is to stay and look where I want to go, and my job is to stay at the right side of the road by all means, all situations, whatever. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do now. Look at this. I'm going in, okay, and look, I'm still turning. I don't want to go over there, okay, so I don't want to go here, which I should, you know. I want to stay here instead. I want to do this. I want to do this part of the road, okay? This part of the road. This part of the road is for him, no matter what. Okay, so this is my number first solution. Stay and look at the road. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't watch, because he is still here, all right? But don't watch where he is, because if you start looking at where he is, you're gonna end up Hello, SimRacer. Well, that was pretty strange. I don't know if I'm live. I think so, yes. So, what happened exactly? No idea. Practically, I have UPS unit here, so you know, for the battery, a big battery to keep everything online if something goes bad. And it started, you know, it started the alarm and took everything offline and started to, you know, reboot the systems. But actually, the electricity was still going, so nothing strange had happened in the house. So, Gopnet, yes, mate, I will give you your money back somehow, maybe. So I have no idea what the fuck this time happened. Everything was working, but the electricity whatever system here decided that that's it for tonight. It had enough of me. So give me a second to reload pretty much everything, and we will be back saying stupid things. Thank you so much, Goblet mate. Thanks, Gob. In less than 5 minutes. So let's see what we need to open here. Where are we? How to fight. Right, we need this. Okay. And we were at Eyes on the Road. Yeah. Really sorry to have this right now, because I really wanted to make things proper, but we will edit it somehow. We'll make it work. So yeah, okay, let's start the game as well. How blame Andy? Always blame Andy. David, thank you so much, mate. thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What do you think of the stream until now? Until the blame Andy situation? Do you like what we're talking about tonight? All right, so let's start the game. Puppy Squisher, yes, we've talked about all of that in How to Race. Absolutely defend your position, stick to your line, be predictable, because you don't want to do strange things that the guy behind you won't you know, think about. But if you're predictable, you just want to stick to your line, for me it's perfect. Actually, you should do it. So let's go and find out the replay again. Giorgio, quasi sì, è un po'. Deriva un po' dal Vassiglias, sì. On yellow, red, the radar cones. What do you mean exactly? All right, so let me get everything up and running like this. Oh yeah, we need also this little thingy here so that we can, yeah, excellent. Yes, I agree, Puppy. If you are doing not predictable moves, you're gonna ruin a lot of and create a lot of problems. Your proxy. So, Alo Gobi says our proxy radar will turn yellow and red when the car is side by side. But why? Yellow is that the car is close to you, behind, in front of you, or at the side. Red is very, very close to you. If you look at the radar, you see that it is separated in two areas, main areas. It becomes red on the first area, and then it becomes yellow on the outside area, and it becomes red on the very close area. So when the cars are very, very close, it becomes red. At that point, you should be, I keep it as an indicator. You see red light, you should move a little bit on the outside to give a little bit more space, because it means that you're really, really close, really, really close. All right, so we were talking about eyes on the road, right? So we were talking about eyes on the road, and we were talking about how to make sure that you need. Hello, Boyan. You need to watch. Give me a second, guys, because I forgot a couple of things. All right. You need to watch where you're going. So let me see at lap 8, maybe 21, 20. Yeah, here it is. So we were into this situation, and as I told you, for me, this guy from now on is always aside me. It might not be the case, but mentally I am doing everything as if this guy is always aside me. All right? You can see here, we said I'm sticking to the right side of the road, and for the next turn I'm not going to the apex, I'm sticking again to the right side of the road. Okay, now I cannot see the guy. I don't know where he is, but for me, you know, it's like as if it's always there, right? Let's have a look at what is happening. Let's have a look at what is happening from the outside, so that we have a better view of what's going on right now. Okay, so look at that. So attacking, going inside. Now the guy releases his brakes and tries to defend. Okay, and so because I'm giving space, he finds himself into the inside. Look at this. Yes, we're close. Yes, it's a risky situation. Yes, we can go out of this risky situation with a great fight, because both of us, he as well, are leaving space. Look at this. He's not going wide. I won the position. That's fine. I might have lost the position. That's fine as well. All right? And that's the number 3 solution. Okay. So number 3 solution. So we said that it's important to look where you're going, because if you're looking elsewhere, the car will go where you're looking. And usually what is happening is that the car, your car, ends up into your opponent's car, because you were looking at your opponent where you were fighting. When you're when you are fighting with the other guy, you need to look on the road, eyes on the road, right? And go where you're looking at. Don't look at your opponent. It's either there or you have overtaken him already. Whatever it happened, it's better that you are not looking into him. If you have overtaken him already, that's fine, well done. If you haven't and he's still there, you are looking at your side of the road, you are driving properly and your car is going where you're looking at, so you give him space to be there, so you don't have any accidents. If he's in front of you, well, you're gonna look at him. He's going to be in front of you, so unfortunately the overtaking maneuver wasn't a success for you, it was a success for him. Now that's the solution number 3. So you might say, but Aris, if I'm always giving space and I'm always trying to stay on my side, the other guys will take advantage of me. Well, solution number 3. Infinite tries. Sim racing is all about infinite tries. You can try again and again and again. You can try as many times as you want. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose the position, but it's better to lose a position and retry than crash. If you're crashing, you're not gaining neither experience nor fun. You're not improving, you're just crashing. All you gain is anger, frustration, right? If you're losing a position, you've gained an experience, and on the next turn or at the next lap, you can try again. In sim racing, you have infinite tries. In real life, they don't have infinite tries. They have cost limited testing. They have problems with the car. They have real money to deal with. They have all those problems. Okay. In sim racing, every night you can try another race, and in every race you can try on every lap, and on every lap you can try on every corner. It's amazing. You have infinite amount of tries, and if you are trying properly, you gain experience, and with experience you also learn some tricks which do not apply here to get better on overtaking. But if you're crashing, or if you have other people crashing on you because they do not know what to do, and you also do not give space to them, then you're not learning. You're not gaining experience out of it. So remember, guys, it's very important. It's a mentality problem. You have infinite tries. If you think about it before starting the race, and you think, okay, or if you are behind a guy, okay, and you say, oh, I want to overtake this guy. If you don't have the mentality of infinite tries, then your first try, it's gonna be the ultimate try for you, and it's gonna end up in tears, because you're gonna be aggressive, you're gonna try all as hard as you can, okay, to make it so. And usually, what happens is you crash, and that's it. Okay? But if your mentality is, oh, you know what, I want to overtake this guy. Let's be tentative. Let's try this way. Let's try the other way. That way didn't work so well, I lost the position. The other way again. Every turn is another try. Infinite amount. I know it seems that I'm making things easy, or I'm talking about utopian whatever. I also get a lot of accidents. It's normal. But if you start changing your mentality, then you focus on the things that work, and you focus on the things that make you give you another chance again. Right? So that's number 3. Infinite tries. Okay. And when you're trying a lot of time, I would like to show you what is happening at some point. So when you're trying a lot of times and you are getting experience, because if you're crashing, you're not getting experience. We'll talk about that. But if you are losing positions because you're giving space, you're still gaining experience. And with experience, you start focusing while you're driving on the correct things. So you are focusing on your line. You are not focusing on your opponent. You are just trying to stay on the road. You are focusing on the radar or on the mirror, just the correct and minimum amount of time needed. And the more you do this, the more automatic it gets. And the more automatic it gets, your brain is free to start looking at the small details. And the small details are situations like this. So let's go to lap 3, I think. Yeah, 10:32, I think. Let's have a look somewhere around here. Yes. All right, so let's have a look at that. So here we are. Let's go inside. Now, I am, again, aside of the guy. My brain is switched, which means I'm not looking at him, okay, even though I can, he's here, but I'm not looking at him. I am exclusively, focusing to stay in the middle of the road on my side. Yeah, sorry guys. So, here we are, as I said, I am aside of the guy. Let's go a little bit backwards. So here we are, okay. Getting the slipstream, moving aside, and from that moment on, for me, this guy is always on my side. That's it. I will not look around, I will not watch the mirror, I'm not doing anything. The only thing that I care about is staying on the right side of the road, at max on the middle of the road. That's all I'm focusing, all right? So, sorry about that. Let me get some water because... All right, so, as I said, for me, this guy, if I move my head, I know he's here, but I don't care. I don't care. I just focus where I should be myself, all right? Now, I'm going in, okay? Now, if you are doing a lot of this kind of situations, okay, at some point when you have turned into the turn and you know that you have the correct speed to make the turn properly and stay on your side, okay, at some point it should happen to every one of you. You should know by now, right? You are at a point of the apex of the turn, and all you have to do is release the brakes and go to the accelerator, and you know that the car will do whatever you like. It has become automatic for you, right? Which means that you know that you're gonna make the turn. You know that the guy might be there. You are doing everything that you should do properly, so your brain is free from all those details. And you can focus on the smaller details. And the smaller details here, okay, in this particular situation is, of course, while I'm driving the radar, so I can have a glance, okay, with my eyes on the radar, and I will see that, hey, I am ahead of the guy. All it needs is a glance, not where is he? Where is he? Because if you're doing this, the car automatically will go left or right wherever you look. Even if you're watching just a tiny little bit to this side or this side, just a tiny little bit, automatically your hands will start going through that direction. But if you are not, and you are just focusing on the road, and you arrive at the moment of the apex where everything is perfect, at that point you can have a glance, a very fast glance. Where is he? All right, on the radar, on the mirror, whatever, and you will see that, you know, the guy is behind you. Here he is. You can see it also on the radar. He is behind me. What does that mean? If he is behind me, okay, I can release the brakes and go hard into the accelerator. Have a look here on the accelerator already, and use all the road, and the overtaking maneuver is done. Okay, so look at this. Let's go slow. Full acceleration, or at least as much as I can because it's a chicane. And I'm going not anymore to the right side, but taking advantage of the whole road because I know that I have overtook him. But to arrive at this level and do this kind of maneuver, you need all the experience that we talked before. You need to try again and not crash. And for not crashing, you need to leave space. You need to make sure you're following your line. You need to make sure you do all the things that we talked before. And when all those things are becoming part of your driving skills, then you start giving glances to make sure, okay, where is the guy? I'm in front, go for it. Overtaking maneuver, done. Success, great success, all right? So it's a split second, but it's all you need when everything else is automatic. But that's the next level. To arrive at the automatic thing, first you need to do number 1, number 2, and number 3, which means give space, okay, eyes on the road, always, and infinite tries, right? Infinite tries, 1, 2, 3, infinite tries. And if you do all that, I have a fourth solution for you, all right? Because I know that you're gonna say, all right, Aris, but you know, in the meanwhile, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm gonna probably not crash, but oh my God, I'm gonna be always last because everybody is going to overtake me, all right? And I don't like to be overtaking, and so on and so on. Kurt Baldur, that's not true. I will show you in a minute and I will discuss about that. So, number 4. Actually, not number 4, but the conclusion. It's a win-win situation, always. Even so, first of all, when you're fighting and you're not crashing, you either gain a position, well done, win, or you lose a position, still a win. You know what? The safety rating system is made in a way to give you lots of safety rating points and trust points if you are close to the other cars. It doesn't matter if you lose a position or you gain a position, but the closer you are, the better it is. And if you keep doing it, you might lose your position, but you're gonna gain a lot of safety rating. Again, we are talking about the, you know, amateur to basic good sim racer, not the aliens, not the high-end people, whatever. We're talking about us, you know, the big percentage, the 90% of the people. It's a win-win situation. You're gonna lose a position, fine. You gain a lot of safety rating, and you gain a smile because you can say, damn, I've lost, but boy, what a fight I had. Okay, it's much different to be the loser, right? Loser, but not crashing. It's a different kind of frustration, which is a sweet frustration. It's different. And you gain experience, and you gain safety rating, and you gain all of that stuff. Okay. The situation that Kurt is talking about on the public server. So he says that all's fine and dandy, but it is all worthless on the open servers. People drive like maniacs. People that drive on official servers know how to fight already. I don't agree. What I'm giving you here are solutions that even if the guys are driving like maniacs, you still give them some space to do their errors. And many times, okay, you survive. I'm not telling you you're not gonna get accidents. You are gonna get accidents because obviously you're gonna get also completely out of their mind people that just don't know how to stay on the road. But most of the people on the public servers are people like us which are trying to win. Okay. They probably don't know how to act, and when the accidents happen, it's not because they are maniacs. It's because they don't know how to do it. That's all. It's a very big difference. It also helps you mentally to think that, you know, the other guy is not trying to kill me every night. He's just trying his best, but the problem is that his best is not good enough. Give them space. Focus on your line, focus on looking where you want to go, and you might have some bad races initially. You might start to see that you are having better races, even on the worst public servers, all right? And after a while, you might find yourself, as I find myself often, to have quite some fun on public races and, you know, surviving even on the worst conditions. Okay. Antoine says, go into, let me show up they go into a 50 server and say this with a straight face, Aris, lol. I have done it already. Let me actually find the video. I'm not sure if I can find it right now, but I have done it. It's on my channel, and I will do it right now. What we're going to do now is we're gonna join a server at Monza, very low safety rating, and we're gonna do it. And I have done it, and it was a fantastic race on this 20 safety rating race. Obviously, we had some guys that tried to cut through and tried to get me out, but I've managed to survive following this kind of advice. It takes your different state of mentality. I'm not telling you that they were not going to kill you, and I'm not saying that right now I'm not going to get killed. I will get killed, probably, okay? But I also have great probabilities to survive and have fun. So let's go and do it, actually. Why not? So let me first move this and oops, stop performance mode like that. Let me find out the alright, where are we? Yeah, here we are. Okay, so let's go back. I'm obviously, I like to put my money, you know, where my mouth is. I have already done all that stuff. That's why I'm talking about it. And what I'm trying to convince people is that if every single one of us tries to do it, I'm not saying that everybody is going to have success and everybody is going to be great and everybody's going to have but if every single one of us tries to do it, then we have more probabilities to find people like us all around the servers and have some great fights. Again, I repeat, accidents will happen, will always happen. Accidents always happen, right? But it's normal. Think about the other guys. They might not know, and think what you can do to avoid the accidents, okay? Yeah, I'm Reed. I absolutely agree with you. The change of mindset is helps a lot. All right, so let's find a Monza, possibly low safety rating as well. This is a 70, 50 Monza. Here we are. Let's get what car? I don't know. Let's get yeah, this one. It's quite a bit of a time I haven't been driving the Mercedes. Okay, so let's connect. Server is full. Damn, server is full. Let's find another one. 50 again. Blind disaster. All right, that's our server. Oops, I took another. Well, I think I automatically have chosen another. Yeah, I got an Audi. Who cares? So qualifying already. Oh, it's the race already. It's race. Okay, let's get out from here. And Marbeck. Let's get the Mercedes, as we said. Confirm. Let's. Where should I go? Refresh list. So Monza. Now this is a race. Imola. Obviously, I'm searching for Monza, which everybody knows that everything is terrible at Monza always. This is another race. They have safety rating 17, beginner friendly server. Should we go there? Should we wait and go there? What do you think? Let's see if we can find another one. Monza, beginners welcome. This doesn't even have a safety rating. Where was it? Here it is. We have to wait. It's still on race. Blind disaster here, still on race. Marco, the Evo just made the first race. I mean, the BOP is coming from race to race, so give us some time. Qualify now, Nürburgring. Let's do another refresh. Thanks, P-Dub. No, Dub, yes. So where are we? Imola, Monza. No, that's a safety rating 70. Those are professionals. 80. 50. 50. Oh, it's still racing. Come on, guys. I need a qualifying. I'll go in here. Just wait. Okay, the race is almost over. Let's get the aggressive setup. Yeah, we'll do it somehow. Uh, 15 minutes of race. I don't even know how much fuel. We'll just, let's just put 40 liters, 30 liters. You see, already the guy here says in Italia, come al solito, as usual means, which means he got an accident. Okay. He might be correct. Might be that the accident was not at all his fault, and some stupid guy just crashed into him. Happens. Okay. might be that someone, poor guy, didn't manage to control the car. That's even more possible to happen every time, you know, because in the end, vast majority of the players are not here to ruin your night. They are here to do the same thing that everybody else does, trying to race. But we are not professionals, we don't know exactly how to race. We need a change in mentality, start doing things, start getting experience. That's why I'm doing those videos, and truth to be told, also helps me to get convinced and, you know, push this mentality to myself as well. It's not easy, you know, I'm not a saint, I'm not perfect. I also get frustrated, I also get angry, but the more you try, the better you are. And we try a lot to get faster, right? Why don't we try a lot to get better in racing and fighting as well? We need to try both of those things. Right, so race is over. Hey team, how you doing, mate? Bon weekend. Linda. 38 and 44. What's that, Pierre? Ah, fuel around 30. All right. Hey, CT. New to sim racing. Welcome aboard, mate.
Go.
All right, so we have qualifying. I'll do the qualifying with all the fuel, so to see what we can do. Like that, and feel a little bit of the car. Yeah, so. Alright, let's have a go. Wow, that's an angry V8. Yeah, aggressive setup as usual. Just check a little bit the pressures and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a great car. I also believe that with the latest, you know, updates, it has become even better. Thank you, mate.
Car on the left.
You see, that guy was trying to heat up the tires. You don't need to do that, but he probably doesn't know that you really need to heat up the tires in the exit lap right now. So he was unpredictable, but you see, he just went aside and let me go, which means that he's not a bad guy. He just doesn't know that you better don't do some stuff. But if I wouldn't let him the space and wouldn't wait for him, you know, I might have crashed into him, go to the side, oh, you're an idiot, and so on. It's a mentality thing. I mean, he was trying, you know. Shit happens all the time. Increase my voice or lower the game audio. Let me do a couple of laps and I will lower a little bit the audio of the car. Anzo, we talk about that at the start of the stream, how I drive without the mirror. I don't use it, I don't care, I use the radar, but you don't really need the mirror if you are sticking to your line and pretend that someone is aside you all the times when you are into a fight. Sound is good. Good. Okay, cool. That's a great car. Damn. Yeah, I like very much the Huracan. I really like it. I would like to grind a little bit the Mercedes as well, because it's been a long time that I haven't make some races with the Mercedes. Oops, I'm P4. I will try to not qualify much to the front. So that we stay in the middle of the fight. Yeah, start mid-back. A bit more rear brake bias. Pressures are a little bit low.
There's a slow car ahead.
Oop, too much. Alright, let's wait here and fix a little bit the pressures actually. So just raise a little bit here by, I don't know, 5. Something like that. Should be good. All right. $20 seconds is a little bit of a lot, Alpha. Usually it's a little bit lower than that. Fuel, I would just leave it at 40. I think it's okay. Yeah, the brakes are alive, you know, they're dynamic. So when you're going the straight, they are blue because they are a little bit low in temperature, like 100 degrees. You step on the brakes, they instantly go very high at 300 degrees, and that is full braking force. But as you keep braking, they go up and up and up. And you don't want them to go over 600 because then you're having fade. So you want them to stay green also, or slightly yellow at the end of your braking zone. When you're turning in, you just want them to be just slightly yellow maybe. So yeah. Okay, let's keep here. We are P5, possibly other people will overtake us. If we end somewhere at P10, that would be fine. Otherwise, I will just step aside during the rolling start and let people overtake. Good Monza lap time. I can do 48 lows when I try. Maybe a 47 I can do as well. Something like that. But I'm not very good at qualifying. I've never been very good at qualifying. This is something I should improve myself to, but usually I do fastest laps in the race than in qualifying. I'm that bad. Yeah, sub 50 is the goal, as Andy Moon says. But they, you know, as usual, what I will tell you is, yeah, qualifying, lap time, whatever. It's always good to improve, of course. Can you do 49s one lap after another for 60 minutes? That's what you should try to do, you know? Put, I don't know, 30 minutes fuel and do 49s, 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 constantly, identical, without errors, one after another. That is gonna give you much higher race classification than an amazing qualifying lap time. And of course, the lap time depends a lot on the temperature of the day. We are P7, looks good. Ehi là Andrea, buonasera. Aris nazionale. In game audio appears to be united from the real expert, but Serolus say you're. But the SRO rules tell you what the judges are going to judge, maybe, as usual. The game gives you notice to avoid accidents, you know, to make space to. And again, we said it initially at this live stream in the first 3 problems. Simulation, it's not the same as reality. You have different field of sensors actually. P8, I think I will stay here at P8. Kowalski, lots of pedals. Well, how to set the brake? Stiff enough to not get injuries, because it's very easy to get injuries if you keep on pressing the brake pedal like crazy for a long time. And believe me, can't happen. All right, let's use that stuff here and let's go. Yes, Chris, the BOP is identical in values of the real life, and we're just trying to fine-tune small details to make sure that we are close to the whatever engine developments or electronic developments or whatever the real cars might bring from one race to the other, or the sandbagging that might do. Brake gamma 1, depends on your pedals.
Going double fine.
Alright, let's go. You see how many people are already aggressive. Aggressive. Oh, competitiveness, aggressiveness. It's no big deal.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, let's go. You see? No space given.
Car on the right.
Yeah, look at that. No space.
Clear on the right.
It's okay. We'll go straight here. Give some space.
Car on the right.
We'll
Clear
start
on the right.
racing.
Car on the right.
Okay, for me now, I'll always have people aside me. It's okay. Let's see how damage we have. A lot. I don't care. I will do the race. I will do the race. Why? Because I'm gonna get experience and safety rating. So let's see what we can do. Can we have fun into this bad server?
Flag in sector 3.
Okay, the guy in front of me has a drive-through. Called everything yet? There they go. So, you see, experience. The guy in front of him had a drive-through. The guy behind him was following him. Why? To gain what? He's gonna go inside either way, so what's the point, you see? That's his whole experience. It's not that this guy is an asshole or an idiot or doesn't know. He just doesn't have the experience yet. So that's why we're doing those videos. Okay, so for me now, he's always there. Okay? Always there. Okay, now I see he's in front of me. No problems. He's probably also in a joypad. So you see, everybody has its own problems to deal with. Can I have fun fighting him? Probably yes. Okay, so I'm not looking at him anymore. I will just stay here.
Clear on the right.
He's in front of me, I can see him.
Slow car ahead.
Give him space. So now I know that he's braking always very late, and I can do a different strategy for him.
Car on the left.
Slow in, fast out.
On the left.
All it took me was a couple of turns to understand that he's always braking very late, and now I will also think that he's braking very late, so probably he's gonna try to overtake me even if he's very long ago. Look at him, arriving.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I knew it. You see, this is experience. This is experience. Okay, think about it, act properly, and you have learned something for another race with a better driver. You see? That's how you do it. Look at him, he's always braking very, very late. And the Aston gave me space, that was good. The Aston gave me space. So the Aston is a guy that gives space. Obviously I cannot push a lot because the car is very slow on the straights, but we are learning, we're gaining experience now. All right.
Got some severe damage at the front. Box, we have to
Sometimes you gain something, sometimes you don't. So the guy behind us just came at full speed. So what? We'll fix it. We'll see if we can improve. And we'll do another one. Let's not change the tires, let's just have 8 minutes. I don't know if that's enough because we have 1 minute and 3, maybe we can do it. So, it didn't went well. I'm not telling you that every time is gonna be perfect, alright? But there's still experience to be had. You see how we've learned that that guy was braking very late, the other guy was trying to leave space. If you don't do it, you're not gaining experience. All right? So why Aris you're not abandoning the race? What do I have to gain? Why? Fausto says, at this time I will already, abandon the race and go and get something to drink because I would be so nervous. What do you have to gain? I'll gain some safety rating anyway. Hey Castell, yeah, the 992 GTA 3R is pretty amazing. As well as the Ferrari 296.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, go.
Lo so, Fausto. Well, let's see if we can gain some safety rating. Now, obviously now, we have to stay careful because we're going to be one lap down on the faster drivers and we don't want to, annoy them. Good first lap, yes. Oh, too much. Watch out, everything is cold. I still have to learn the car.
Car on the left.
Guys there, leaving space.
Faster car coming up behind you.
For me, it's still there, you know. For me, the other guy is still there. So I'm not going to follow that car. I will just stay there. Giving space, we're all fine.
Clear on the right.
Yeah, he went straight, okay. Let's have some fun with this guy.
Faster car coming up behind
Now you see, he made a mistake practically, and he let us pass him again. So those guys, it's not like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you. He made a mistake. Everybody's going to learn. So why don't you give yourself the chance to have a fight, and also give them the chance to learn and have a fight as well? You know, it's part of the game. You see, this guy, who is a lap behind us, the BMW in front of us, is a very fast guy. Probably he had an accident, but he's still racing, so you're gonna have fun. It doesn't matter that, you know, I'm last and he's, I'm P16 and he's P17. Doesn't matter, we're gonna have some fun.
Better lane, the fastest lap so far. Car on the right.
Our guy is arriving
Clear
here.
on the right.
Give space. Now, you have to grow up, you know. This guy probably thinks, oh my god, I made an amazing overtaking maneuver. No, you did a mistake. I gave you space. But you have to be happy on yourself that you gave him space, instead of, you know, accusing him that he was stupid in his move.
Clear on the left. Faster cars.
And, you know, show him also how it's done properly. In the meantime, safety rating trust bonus is going up. So for me now, he's always there. You see, I leave him space. Fantastic. We just made Parabolica side by side. Amazing.
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Okay, bets. The BMW behind us is going to send it.
Car on the right.
No, he's not.
the right.
You see? He learned from his mistake.
Car on the left.
Now I'm giving space.
Approaching. Watch out.
Ah, look at this! On the worst possible server, isn't that amazing? the guy in the BMW learned from his mistake and did an amazing maneuver to let us space, and now I'm ahead of the Ferrari as well.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oop, that's okay. Part of improving.
Got behind you.
Part of improving. The BMW learned, but this time wanted to get the space. He went way too fast, hit me out.
Final lap.
It's okay. Let them learn. Sometimes you learn, sometimes you are the teacher, you know? It's okay. I mean, you cannot always be angry. Yes, I will be angry sometimes, but no, they don't do it on purpose. Most of those guys are just like you and me. Some of them do it on purpose. Most of them, they just don't know what to do. Drifto. They just don't know how to do it. They're just learning, you know. That's all. Oops.
Car on the left. Clear on
Yay.
the left.
Network. Network problems.
There's a slow car behind.
My network this time, yes, I guess so.
The leader has finished the race. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Now, even when you are in front of the guy and the guy is close to you, you still gain safety rating. That was probably the BMW that we had the accident with. It just waited for us. Isn't that nice in the end? You gained 4 bonus trust points. Did you saw that? I gained 4 bonus trust points. Here's something, a little advice. You don't want your car to be crashed from people arriving at the end of the race. Get into a pocket like this. Get inside a pocket like that. They cannot get you here because there is the guardrail protecting you, you see? So brake and get into a pocket and of course return to grass. I get 4 trust points from this terrible race. So we're gonna do another one with the same guys and see if we can get better. Now, again, if the race was clean and everybody would know how to race, that would have been amazing and I would be much, much happier. But still, even on this worst case scenario, okay, I got a couple of very nice duels. I got extra safety rating. Yeah, great success. I mean, why abandon the race? Stefan, F7, faction 7 key, F7, and then mouse and the arrow keys, and you move around. And with the with the roller, and you can go faster or slower. Hello, Martini. I have to qualify P50, 52 or 52. 52 or 52. All right. Or 53. Oh, we just have 35 people. Should we do the same server? Do we want a server with even lower safety rating? What would you like to do? I think this is safety rating 50. I think I've seen someone 17, but I don't know. Well, you tell me, guys. I'm open to all possibilities. Again, I repeat, this is the worst case scenario. Okay. What I'm trying to make you understand is that there's still good things to happen even on the worst case scenario. Yeah, let's see if the guys change habits. So up we go again. Hey team, thanks for the follow. Giovanni as well, and Luis, thank you guys. All right, so qualifying 9 minutes. Let's follow the guys in qualifying and see what they're doing. Say shut up. What is over 52, mate? You have to explain me, I don't understand. Whoop. You see, I was watching the chat instead of the guy. Holding a brake into a corner is so OP. Not sure what you mean. Do you mean trail braking? Because this is a proper technique. You should trail braking if you can.
Yellow flag is acted.
153. 153 is very low, yeah. I should probably start last if I do a 153. Alright, I'll try a 152 for mid-pack. Right. 152, yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, Adrian. I just didn't understood. You're right. Okay, I'll try to do a 52 now. Okay, 54.
By the way, the fastest time so far. And get by the minute.
To improve acceleration, mainly you want to do the exact opposite of what you're doing in braking. So when you're braking and turning in, the more you turn your steering wheel, the less brake pressure you're going to have, right? To improve accelerating, the more you go into the accelerator, the less steering wheel you want to have, so that the traction control doesn't, engage, and you get more acceleration. So you need to have your line modified in a way that after the apex, you start having less and less steering wheel, so that you can go into the accelerator as hard as you can. Keep in mind that the car in front of you will always go away because it starts accelerating before you. So don't look too much on what the car in front of you do. Just do your thing. Focus on driving better your car, and you will gain on him at the end of the straight. T-Bolt in GT3. That, yeah. Oh. That's not my fault this time, right? It's just the server that went down. Or they just kicked me out.
Cut detected.
I guess it's either the server or I just got kicked out. So let's get out. Server gone. Alright. Alright, so let's find another server. Well, the server is still here, but let's have a look at if we can find something. Hey, Real Lab, thanks for the follow. And Mr. White Pony Derby. No, Marco, if you watch the best drivers, nobody's going 100% into braking while turning for the corner. Alright, so what do we have here? Nothing really. Monza 56. Monza 50. Cybertron. Safety rating 50. Let's go there. Oh, I didn't saw if it was race or qualifying. It's still race. 1 minute to go. We can stay here, right? Is it okay, guys? We can stay here.
Leaders on final lap now.
Yeah, unfortunately, lately there are plenty of DDoS attacks and spam attacks on servers, lobbies, whatever. Not only for us, but also for other simulators I've heard, and yeah, go figure. Alright, yes, so I need to go up by 6, 0.6 on the last server. This is a little bit cooler as well, so I'll go up by 1. Maybe it's too much. No, it's too much. No, that's the safe percent, by the way. Aggressive, yeah. So let's go by 8. 8. All right. And yeah, 40 liters. Yeah, yeah, it's go figure who and why.
The leader has finished the race.
BritishGT Adulton Park, nice, very nice. I'm very glad also that the game brought you into GT racing. It's really cool in real life. It's really cool. Hey Brazil, hello guys. Hi Bruno. How you doing, guys? What time is it over there right now? 20 minutes. Yeah, it's not 50 anymore, so I need more fuel. Thanks, Adrian, for reminding me. Let's go 50. Yeah. It's 7 p.m. All right. It's good. I use a 2080 Ti. With Ryzen 3600. I've heard amazing things about the new 5800 3DX, however they call it. It's really good with Assetto Corsa Competizione. They did some tests and it gains quite a bit of frame rate on a 3090 video card, so yeah. For some reason, enable FSR changed the foam. Oh, that's strange. Never seen that. I'll have a look at that. Never heard that before. I'll have a look at that. Oh, Octavian bought it, and Andy, I think, was looking at it. You see, are you fucking kidding me? Don't be angry, mate. $250. How much degrees are we talking about, Andrew? Like 5 degrees, 2, 3 degrees, so I can, you know, have a look and try it. Nice, Andy. Lots of red boxes. Yeah, Kowalski. Depends, Kurt, depends what you're using for anti-alias and for acceleration. As you can see, I don't have really bad artifacts. A lot. I mean, you really have to focus to see them. Alright, qualifying. Let's have a look at the guys. Okay, Andrew, thanks. I'll have a look. Thank you, Andrew. Very kind of you.
There's a slow car ahead.
Whoop. Oops. That's under three.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
See if we have some fast guys here. $52. Not good?
Well, mate, the fastest lap so far. Nothing but data.
Yes, Hinkle Winkle. There are different setups for each car track combination. Some of the tracks and cars for the same car might have the same setup because they are so,
Yellow flag in sector 3.
let's say, similar tracks. But especially for the slower cars or the cab cars that, you know,
Be careful.
they are not so aerodynamically sensitive, so they don't need very specific setups. But for the GT3s mainly, it's pretty much car track combination different. So we have a guy with the Ferrari Challenge. He will make 300 kilometers per hour in the straights. Okay, so we're P8 for now. Ciao Fabrizio. Celia just joined a public server to showcase what we talk about during the whole stream tonight. So if you find the server, you can join it. Yeah, channel, you can, I mean, if you just stomp on it, you're either going, well, first of all, accelerate only if you're sure you can keep the acceleration through the whole exit. If you're accelerating, if you're stomping on it, and then you have to raise your foot because you're going wide, that's not good, you're losing a lot of time. So just accelerate when you can. And afterwards, you don't want the traction control to keep on, you know, insisting. And in we go. P17. We good? A bit too low. Telegraphing, especially with those tires, aereo, and such highly reactive engines of modern cars, I wouldn't recommend it. It's gonna, you know, make you lose. Maybe you can telegraph a little bit at the middle of the turn on the apex, but other than that. Hey Gino, bravo. No, Jazzy, it's sometimes it's different simply because there are different kinds of LEDs on the dash, and we try to follow whatever we had information from the real car. Sometimes the rev limiter might be a little bit different just by a simple small error, or because we try to give some help for the guys that, you know, they're not trying to find out everything from the telemetry and so on. Cougar, non saprei cosa consigliarti. Ti direi sicuramente un volante Direct-Drive, visto che hai problemi di pedaliera. Ce ne sono tante e ce ne sono tante professionali. Ultimamente per esempio ho provato questa in gas da 3D Rap che è molto bella, ma devi tenere conto anche come guidi. Cioè ad esempio in gas io la consiglio a uno che guida con le scarpe, perché è molto rigida e ha poca corsa, perciò per sentire meglio, cioè dipende anche. Ce ne sono tantissimi, cioè non ti posso ovviamente consigliare. Se non hai un problema di budget, ti consiglio di visitare il Sim Expo al Nürburgring questo settembre e provarle lì perché ce ne sono quasi tutte. .488 sixth gear never flashes. In what way? It cannot be different from one gear to another. Am I very low, guys? Should I qualify further? No, it's okay. 3 minutes, I don't even have the time. Yes, I use this camera so that you guys can see the steering wheel moving and have a better idea of how I'm driving. Usually, normally I would use the dash cam. I think it's the best camera, but I've just used now to use this camera so that you guys can see the steering wheel when I'm driving. I remind you that when I started doing the videos, the HUD wouldn't show the steering wheel angle as it does now under the pedals. We did that in a later update, but I'm now used, so it's okay. Vuole che vai in settima marcia, probabilmente perché sei in circuiti dove non si arrivi ad avere la velocità massima per andare in settima marcia. Well, the FOV number, Chris, you need to change it depending also the distance that you have from the monitor and how big your monitor is. There are calculators online that can help you. My advice is, especially if you have smaller monitors, get the correct number from the calculators and then maybe use a couple of degrees more or less depending how you like it better. Don't be, absolutely has to be like that. If you have 3 monitors, that's a different subject. Just get the FOV perfect. But if you have just 1 monitor, a little bit wider FOV from the exact number might help you. Jazzy, se vai a Mons o a Poricar, la settima la devi mettere perché arrivi a 300 km all'ora. Se vai alla lunga discesa di Bathurst, no? Anche lì metti la settima perché la sesta arriva al limitatore e fine della storia. Ma sulle altre piste non c'è abbastanza rettilineo per arrivare alla settima. Amrit as well, I'm on 34 inches. I advise to start from the calculated FOV and then change and play a little bit to your preferred FOV, but by a small amount of degrees, like 2, 3, 4 degrees wider. Don't overdo it. Nessun problema, Zazi. T-Bolt, if you click on the subscribe and then there is a bell on the side, you should get alerts. Truth to be told, I also get my alerts on my subscriptions the day after, so that's YouTube for you, I guess. Monitor recommendations. Ha! I'm the worst person to give monitor recommendations. Yeah, then people, unfortunately, we are, you know, the guys that just get a very slow alerts. Let me lower it a bit, this one. And this one. Oh, I could raise this one quite a bit. Oh, come on. Because the new tires need some extra. Probably a little bit too much. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just clicking like stupid. Anyway. Andy1 Plays says Discord. So blame Andy if you don't get the link, because dyslexia. Thank you, T-Bolt. You're quicker in online qualifying than offline practice. Does the game take into account the rubber? Yes, absolutely. The game takes into account the rubber lying down the track. In offline practice, you can select from the weather the track to be 100% rubbered. So make sure go to the weather and make sure that you have optimum track instead of green or fast, because you might have it selected like that, so you have less grip. No, unfortunately, I don't know when the console patch will come. No, they're working on it, but I don't know exactly when. Well, we have to go and race. We are at P21. Yeah, the console now, they're working on the 1.8, and then the DLCs and stuff like that, it always comes after, unfortunately. Five wide. What is this here? Why it should be bugged? Of course it works.
Green light, okay.
Alright, let's go.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Alright, let's give space. I would just think that I have always cars on my side. Yeah, you see? It saves you.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Still car on my side, I would just stay here.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Very good driver, the one beside me. Okay, we have a good exit here. So maybe we can get the inside. Okay, I'm not looking at him anymore.
On the right. Clear on the right.
We'll just stay here. Now I know that I'm ahead, and let's go.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
Mike. Okay, we're P12. Well, you can boost safety rating even with AI if you want. But the best way to boost is, you know, stay close to the other cars. You don't even need to try to overtake them, you know, you just do races and stay close to other cars. And finish the races. Whenever you abandon a race, you're not only losing any trust, but you're getting even bad points, and you're losing safety rating when you abandon races. Start the race, finish the race. Even if it's terrible, finish the race. Even if it's the worst race ever, and you might not gain any trust, you are going to lose less by finishing the race than by abandoning it. Drifto, come on. Well, the longer the better, because obviously you have more possibilities to stay close to the guys. And, you know, but, you know, if you want to do 20 minutes races and do a couple of them instead of one, all the better. Okay, we're gaining time into those guys. So right now, I'm not really gaining lots of safety rating because I'm still a little bit far away. But if I can get a little bit closer to the guy, I'm gaining a lot of trust points. Especially if I start driving properly, because I'm not driving very well. Good exit, bad exit for him. So let's see if we can gain. Just give space to stay predictable.
Clear on the left.
Alright, that was good and easy. To give you an idea, it doesn't matter even if you finish last, okay? The safety rating is not about competitivity. It's not about how good you are, you know, on the race. You can finish last and still gain a lot of safety rating just because you were close to other cars. Even if you are in front of the car and the other car is following you, you're still gaining safety rating. It doesn't matter if you get crashes, okay? Crashes happen, but you don't get so much penalized for the crashes as you get of not being able to stay close to the other cars without crashes. Finish the races, and the sector rating will go up. Yeah, too much. Well, the guys that they are stopping until the race finishes, they're not really gaining a lot. You still have to, you know, race. Fuck. Oof. Not doing bad.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Accident. Another accident.
Slow car ahead.
When there is an accident, once you've seen where the car is, don't look at the car, because you're gonna go on the car which is stopped, and you're gonna have an accident yourself. So don't look at the car. Look at where you want to go to avoid it. No, it's not possible. If it wasn't possible, obviously everybody would have done it, but you will notice that there is not a single game that is able to determine who's at fault, because the guy in front of you
Car on the left.
might just stump the brakes for whatever reason to make you have an accident, you see? So it's not easy to understand why this is happening.
On the right. Clear on the right.
You see that I gave him a little bit of space. Better to be safe. Ooh, the Honda lost it, damn. Bad line there.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Pepe era così. Dai, ogni volta. No, there is no way to see the car damage. We choose that way so that the only thing that you can do is go to the multifunction display MFD here and see how much seconds of damage you have, but that might give you an idea or might not. You have to feel the damage as in real life, you know. In real life there is nobody that will tell you that, oh, you know, you have 50% of aerial damage. No, it's the driver that has to feel it. And depending on the lap times you do, you have then to decide if you're going to go into the pits or not. Oh, sparks, nice. Yes, too much heat wears your tires faster. Everything that is that has more heat wears everything faster. Brakes, tires. Hey, we're up to P6. Better choice would be probably the Aston Martin V8. Very good car for beginners. The M4 is also a very good car for beginners. The new Audi R8 Evo 2 is also a good mid-engine car for beginners, as well as the McLaren. Now, although more difficult to push at the limits. Hey, hello, Cesar. Hello, Brazil.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You see, give space. Don't think that the guys that have an accident are in full control of the car. They are not, always. Also, network. You see, we have problems here with network. Guys going back and forth.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Staying on my side now. And I can't. There is a car in front of me. So I have to abandon the opportunity to overtake. I cannot do it. Stay on my side. I cannot go to the other guy there.
Clear on the
See?
right.
Everything went fine. You cannot always be attack, attack, attack. I would have ruined a fantastic race. Instead, I got some very nice situations. It was exciting. And now, guess what? Infinite tries. I can try again. Here it is, opportunity. Give space. He was coming into. Go back. And now we are P5. Infinite tries, guys. It's sim racing. Oh, the guy from the chat is behind me. Aris.Drives. Ooh, nice on the Audi. Hey, Tortellini! Spa! Ciao, Carson! Jackie! Glad to know, mate. Sorry, your message is a bit too long right now. I cannot read it, all of it.
Yellow
65 Carson, thanks for the follow, mate. So Aris.Drives is trying to catch me now. We are both gaining safety rating a lot. So you have 3 minutes. Let's have a fight with Aris.Drives. Let's see if we can both have a fight. So I'll let him close. Let's see what we can do. Let's have a show. We're gonna probably crash and burn. Here he comes. There he is. Should get the slipstream now. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, so he's arriving, so I know he's gonna try it. So for me now, I'm not looking at him anymore. Ooh, that was really... Ooh, that's a full send. He did a mistake, that's all. That was a mistake.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Guys, we are driving 1.5 tons cars with 500 horsepower minimum on 4 small footprint contact patches of the tires. Shit will happen. That's how it works. Okay, let's see if he can try it again. Maybe not at the Ascari. What my beard was this? Boom, full send. Okay, let's give him the slipstream here at the Parabolica. Yeah, here he is. Staying on my side. Okay, he won. Fantastic. But I have the opportunity again. Infinite tries. Now I have the slipstream.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Give me space.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
No problems. We have fun. That was probably a little bit too kind of both of us. Both of us could have, you know, make it better. But you can do it if you trust the guy, because now I trust who he is. I know how he's doing it. Go for the outside. I did a mistake. So let's go for the outside. You never go for the inside, because if you go for the inside, you're gonna get him, because he also have to make the turn. Right? So when you are too long, for whatever reason, go for the outside. It's the respectful thing to do. Drive one car forever until I die. Or sim race whatever car I want. Heh, that's difficult. Okay, now it's on. Now it's competitive, because we are last turn, last lap. Let's see what we can do.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Nah, he just let me go. I wish we could, you know, fight a little bit more. But anyway.
Good job. You did the best you could. Take it easy.
Alright, so now I will stop once more. Look at this. And I will go into the pocket here, so nobody can get me. Ah, that's it. Or this, or the other pocket, whatever. Just find the pocket and go into that. Netcode, problems. Netcode, opponent experience, right? And what else did we say? I don't remember anymore. And your field of view and sensors. Solutions. Always give space. Eyes on the road where you want to go, not on the opponent, because you're gonna end up on the opponent. Okay, I also gained 5 points. Infinite tries, and remember, it's a win-win situation always. Remember to get up from here with a smile on your face, go get some sleep or whatever you want outside of the sim racing. If you are getting off of the sim racing and you are nervous, then that's not good. So that was for tonight. I hope you guys had fun, and I really have to go to the bathroom. So see you next time, and thank you so much for joining. And I hope that was nice. I will cut the whole video to make it too long didn't watch. And yeah, see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.
Green light. Go, go, go.